Hey guys, how's it going? Welcome back to the second video of my YouTube channel. So today what we're going to be doing is we're going to be ranking AFL midfielders on TierMaker. This video is inspired by Caden McDonald, so if you haven't already, please go ahead and subscribe to his channel and mine and go ahead and like this video after you've seen it. Alright, so let's get into it. So for starters, we're going to be ranking these AFL midfielders. Now there may be a couple of them that do play for other teams this year, so what we're going to be doing is we'll just rank them for whatever team they play for this year. Alright, so let's start. So the first player I'm going to rank is going to be Dane Zorko. Now Zorko's had a pretty outstanding season, so I'm going to put him... I reckon I'll put him in great. He seems like a pretty great player. He's pretty good this season. Alright, next player I'm going to be doing, and I'm going to go ahead and do Touk Miller. So, he has had such a great season, and you will definitely agree with this, and that's why I'm going to put him in the elite section. He's averaged like over 30 disposals a game almost, and he deserves to be up there. Alright, next, we've got a very long list here. Next, I'm going to go ahead and I might just go with Paddy Dangerfield. Now, Danger's had a pretty, not the best start to the season with a suspension, so I might put him in good for now. Although this is a bit of a tricky one because overall, he's had a pretty good season. I might just leave him in good for now, and then if you guys have any other thoughts, then please feel free to post them in the comments. Alright, next we are going to go straight to Jack Macrae. This guy's been one of my favourite players for the season, and he definitely deserves to go in the elite section. Beautiful player. He averages many disposals per game. He's just outstanding this season, outstanding. Next, I reckon we'll go ahead and do Benny Cunnington. Now, Cunn's been a pretty good player for North Melbourne over time. And this season he might have just dropped off a bit. Maybe he's getting a bit older. So for now, I reckon he's about equivalent to Paddy Dangerfield this season. So I'm just going to put him in the good section, I reckon. That seems right. Alright, next. Well, this is a tricky one. I might just go to Nat Fyfe. Now, Fyfe has had a few injuries this season, but he hasn't been in that good form either. I reckon I'm going to put him in good. Oh, it's a bit of a hard one because is Nat Fyfe better than Patrick Dangerfield and Ben Cunnington? That's a big question. I think I'm just going to leave him in good for now, but maybe at the end I might go back and change that and maybe put him in the average section because he's not had one of his best seasons, even though he's won a Brownlow. Alright, next we're going to go with Adam Treloar. Now, as you should all know, he now plays for the Bulldogs, so that photo must be a couple seasons old. But he has had a ripper season, and I reckon he's about equivalent to Dane Zorko, so I'm going to put him in great for this season. He's been a good player, really good. Okay, for our next player, we're going to go with Steele Sidebottom. Now, I haven't watched much of Collingwood, but I think I might be putting him in great. He's a pretty good player. You can't agree with that. He's a good player. So I reckon I'll put him in great for now. That seems about right. Next, we are going to go straight to Clayton Oliver. This kid has had one of his career high seasons, and he's gone straight into the elite section. No doubt about it. He's just awesome. He's just impressed everyone, every AFL fan this season, and there's no doubt about that. And he's definitely he's definitely up there to win the Brownlow this season. Alright, for our next AFL midfielder, we're going to might go with Jacob O'Meara. Now, this kid, he's pretty young, but he played for Gold Coast Suns not long ago. And he's a pretty good player. But I'm just not sure. I think he's had a good season, a great season. I mean, I am a Hawks supporter, so I should know this pretty well. And I reckon I'm going to put him in great because he's had a good season despite injuries, and he's done really well for the Hawks. Great or good? Actually, I think he's more of a good player just because of injuries, maybe. But he's done so well for the Hawks. It's a hard one. Maybe after the video you can comment below and tell me what you think of Jager O'Meara. Okay, next we're going to go. Oh, this guy's just caught my mind. Going to go to Andrew Gaff. Now, Andrew Gaff, he's a quality player, which is why I'm putting him in great. He's had a great season, averaging lots of disposals, but I just don't think he's quite as good as Toot Miller, Jack McRae, and Clayton Oliver yet. So I reckon I'll put him in great for now. Next will be Sammy Walsh. He's had such a great season and probably one of his career bests, but I'm going to put him in great. He's such a great player, such a great. Carlton's very lucky to have him this season. Alright, next we're going to go for Zach Merritt. Merritt can be put in the great. He's about equivalent to Sammy Walsh and the others, and he's had a really good season. Great season, this kid. Alright, next we're going to go to James Worpel, again for the Hawks, and he has not had one of his best. And I think that's why I'm going to put him in average. He hasn't been having a good season, James Worpel. He just flagged off the last year or so. I think could have been lockdown that affected or something like that. I'm not sure, but it's just not as good as he used to be. Alright, so next, let's go with Marcus Bontempelli. He has done so well, and he's going straight to elite. You cannot disagree with that. He's definitely up there, and he's definitely in the running for the Brownlow, just like Clayton Oliver and the other two. So, yeah, he's having a great season for the Dogs, and the Dogs are very lucky to have two great players in Jack McRae and Bontempelli. Alright, next we're going to go... Oh, okay, Mitchy Duncan. Mitch Duncan is having a great season, a brilliant season. I mean, he's had an injury, though. That's why I'm not going to put him in elite. If he hadn't had any injuries, he's gone up there in elite. But no, he's going to go in great for now because of injuries. But he's been outstanding for the Cats this season. Next, I'm going to go with... Oh, this is Brad Hill. Brad Hill plays for St Kilda now, as you should know. And he's having a good season, I reckon. He's having good. So he's probably around there. Maybe good or average. I'm not really certain of that. Good or average. That's a pretty tricky one. But I'm just going to leave him in good for now. Alright, next we are going to go to Ollie Wines. He is having such a great season. And he deserves to be up there. I reckon I'm going to put him in great. He's not quite the elite player. Or is he though? I mean, he's probably one of the main players for Port. So I'm actually going to put him in elite because he deserves to be in elite. Ollie Wines is a spectacular player who's impressed everybody this season. Next, I'm going to go with Travis Boak. He is not having a good season. Despite almost winning the Brownlow last year, he's just not as good as he could have been. So I'm going to put him in good for now. That seems like about right for Trav Boak. But no, he definitely needs to improve his performance come next season. Alright, so a few more. I might just do a few more. So we're going to do Tom Rockcliffe. Now this guy played excellently last season, but he's been injured pretty much the whole season. So he's just going to go on average with James Worpel. I reckon he's still a really good player, but he just hasn't played any games, I don't think, this season. So hopefully he can, due to injury. So hopefully his injury can end soon, and he can be back out there impressing all the Port Adelaide fans. So next, we're going to go to Tim Kelly. Now this guy now plays for West Coast, and he's a really good player. I just don't know if he's same as all those other ones in the great section. I'm gonna put him in good for now. I think that's where he belongs, I reckon. Though when you think about it, is he having a season? I think good. That suits him. Alright, next we're going to go to Stephen Canelio, and he's going to go in good. He hasn't been the best this season, but I think I've liked watching him, so he's still a good player, and he deserves to be up there. Alright, I'll move a bit quicker along now, because we don't want this video going much past 15 minutes. So I'll go to Lockie Neal. Neal, despite winning the Brownlow last year, hasn't had the best of seasons. And I'm going to put him in good. He's had injuries, yes, that's true, but he just hasn't been as good as, like, coming back from injuries I like to see him. So I'm going to put him in good, and I might change him to great later, because he's a very good player, don't get me wrong there. Okay, so next I'm going to go with Dylan Shield. Shield is he's a great player, but he's had an injury, so I'm going to put him in good. Normally he'd go on great, but despite his injury this season, I think he deserves to be in good. So hopefully he can come back from his injury and impress all those Bombers fans. Fingers crossed to see that. Next, I'm going to go to maybe Matt Crouch. So, let's see. He's had an alright season. I reckon I'll put him in... it's a bit tricky. Matt Crouch has had a great season. I'll put him in good for now, but if you're an Adelaide Crows fan out there, then don't be afraid to comment below to see what, so I can maybe change that or see what you think about Matt Crouch there, because he's definitely a good player. Okay, a few more now, and we'll go with Dustin Martin. He's having a good season, but I might put him up in the great, because he's a great player. He deserves to be up there. You know, he's won 3 Norm Smith now, I think 2 or 3. I think 3 in all of Richmond's latest premiership. So, yeah, he deserves to be up there. He's having a good season. Next, I'm going to go to Patrick Cripps. Alright, so Cripps he's had a good season. I'm going to put him in great. He's been about average. He's been pretty average, but he's been better. Yeah, I think great suits him. Yeah, he's a great player. But Carlton fans, just let me know if you think he should go up or down, because, you know, he's a great player. Next, I'm going to go... this is a tricky one. I think this is Kelly. So Josh Kelly. He's going to go in the great. Straight away great. I knew it. From the start, he's just an exceptionally good player, and he deserves to be there 100%. He's just had a great season, and yeah, great season. And same as my next one, Tim Taranto, straight up there once again. Lots of disposals, and, you know, he's just a great player for the Giants. 2 of the greatest players for the Giants of all time. So, you know, yeah, they deserve to be up there. Alright, so for our last few, I'm going to go with Josh Dunkley. And he is having a good season, but I'm going to put him in great. He's having an elite season, but I think just great suits him more, because, I don't know, mate, I think he's come back from an injury, I suppose. So, yeah, great suits him. He's a great player, though. Next, I'm going to go to Luke Parker, and I 100% know where he's going. Great. He's a great player for the Swans, and one of their best, and they're very fortunate to have him on their side. So, yeah, Luke Parker, straight up there. Rory Sloane. Wow, this kid used to be really good, but he's just dropped off in the last year or so. So I might put him in average. He hasn't been a standout player for the Crows at all this season. Yeah, he deserves to be around there. Okay. Next, we're going to go to maybe our last 2 or 3. I'm going to go to Dion Prestia, and I'm going to put him in the good section. Alright, I'm going to put him in good. He's had a good season. He's had a good season, so I think he's injured currently. I'm not really sure, so I think good suits him. He's having a good season, from what I know, that is. Alright, I might do a maybe 2 more, so 2 or 3 more. So Pendlebury, he's going to go on the good section, I reckon. Good or great? Oof, this is hard. I might just put him in great for now. But if you're a Collingwood fan and you think he deserves to go in another spot, please just comment below once again. Alright, next, and for our second last one, I reckon, we'll go Dyson Heppel. I'm going to put him in good. He's had a good season. The Bombers love him. The Bombers need him. So he's going to go there. And for our last one, I'm going to choose... Oof, this is tricky. Might choose Josh Kennedy. He's been a good player for the Swans, and I'm going to put him in the good section. So this is what I have done. This is my TierMaker from elite to average. I haven't done any rubbish players because these are all really good midfielders. So I hope you like them, and if you think there are any changes that might need to be made, please try and comment below. Alright, thanks everyone. Please don't forget to subscribe to my channel and like this video. See you next time.